And then there was the movie theater here at that time. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about the movie theater. You got a big smile on your face. That was the Strand, right?
I got kicked out of the theater.
What? Why? First of all, thank you for coming today to talk to us. I appreciate you. We figured
I
you
didn't
got
know this was for the.
yeah, going to have a lot of memories. We hope you want to share with us, and we're excited to have you here.
Okay.
And so, first, I want to talk a little bit about early life, growing up,
Okay.
and family stuff like that. So, give us a little bit about what your family home was like. Your a little bit mom and dad, and growing up. Starting
Okay.
from your earliest memory.
My earliest memory.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The earliest memory, we lived in Detroit in the basement, downtown Detroit in the basement, looking out the windows. We could see, I remember, chain-driven trucks down there. And this was in 38, maybe 39.
You're about
like
5 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when my brother and sister came along, they were born in Toledo, Ohio. We were there for a little while.
What part of Detroit were you from?
Downtown, I guess.
Okay.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
Okay.
I wasn't born there. I was born Lake Leanne. That's over by Jonesville. East of Jonesville. A little farmhouse over in Lake Leanne. My aunt and uncle took me by there when I was there. But, I'll get to them sometime. Okay. Anyway, then we moved from there to Flint, Michigan. And then there was 5 of us all together. There was my brother Hugh.
Okay.
My younger brother Jim, younger sister Joanne, and younger sister Pat. My older brother Hugh is still alive. He's 93. He lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh my goodness. Longevity runs in your family.
Yeah. My younger sister, she just lost her hubby this last week. And she lives in Marshall. Her name is Pat. Okay. She was born in Flint, Michigan. I remember seeing when she was born, the day she was born. Okay. We left Flint in 1946 in a green Packard. There was all of us in there with my grandmother. There were 7 of us all together.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of people.
In the car, and we drove that to Union City.
Oh, so what year did you arrive in Union City?
1946.
46, yeah. Okay.
I think my uncle, his name was Ivan Haynes.
Yeah, what brought you here?
Him.
Okay.
He was my dad's brother-in-law. He married my Aunt May. Okay. Anyway, they were from Brunson, lived over in Brunson. Then he was working at the trailer factory. Okay. In Union City, and evidently he told my dad to come on down. My dad was a truck driver. He also, when he was younger, he worked on the ships out on the Great Lakes, out on Lake Michigan. He was a stoker. He shoveled coal into the furnace of the stove to make it go. He was a big man, 6'3", whatever, and big. My mother was Canadian born. And she was only like 5'4" or something like that, so we had a mutton chop. Anyway, that was my dad and mother. Okay. And whenever you want to talk about some of that, let me know.
Okay. So yeah.
Go ahead.
So when you got to Union City, what are some of your really early memories of living here, like when you were a child?
Well, our well water, the house we were in was a 100-year-old house, and every time the rain or it got dark, the well water would turn black. So we had to put in a new well.
Okay. Where did you live in Union City? What part?
Out on the Coldwater Road, right on the curve, right on top of the hill there, going at the Coldwater Union City Road.
Okay.
Going out there.
Okay.
And
is that house still standing?
Yep.
Okay.
It's still there. And we did a lot of building and stuff on there. It was quite. We had an outside john and a whole. It was old.
So you had to go to the outhouse.
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
we eventually dug. Well, my brother and I, we were down over the hill of the place and the field there. They had corn going down there. And we were messing around with some steel stakes. And we drove a stake down on the ground. We hit water. So we decided that water was good fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
So we dug a trench all the way from over the hill up to the house for our well water.
Really?
And we put a pump over the hill, pump the water up.
You finally got fresh water.
Yep.
Nice. And you and your brother dug that?
Yeah, well, brothers. We all had it. Yeah.
It's been a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of digging. Anyway, we got that done, and then as far as the outside gym, we put that in, and we had an old cistern out back. It kept rainwater in, and you use the rainwater for your washing your clothes and stuff like that. We had just a tub and washer and whatever. Anyway, we broke out the inside of the cistern so that the water could seep out, and that made our sewer.
Okay.
For our stool, so we put that in too. Yeah, we did that. Yeah. My dad would. Anyway, he could do anything. It didn't matter what it was. He put it to it. He'd do it. He'd handle it. Electrical, it didn't matter. He was maintenance at the trailer factory for, oh gosh.
Oh, so he did a lot of maintenance.
Oh God, yes, yeah.
So what kind of chores or responsibilities did you have to do if Dad was working all the time?
Well, I was working all the time.
You were working too. Okay.
Yeah, I was out topping the onions and stuff like that.
Is that the onions here in Union City?
No, Burlington.
Oh, Burlington.
They had a big onion factory or field over there.
Tell me a little bit about that.
All we could do, my mother, she got hired in over there, and we went out and worked with her in the field, and we topped the onions and bag them and put them in boxes and stuff like that. That was part of the work.
And they would ship them off?
Yeah, in Burlington, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all stayed in the same house, but we was always somebody different. My brother Hugh, the older one, he was in high school. He graduated out of Union City High School.
What was his class?
19, I would say probably 51 or 52 somewhere. No, 51, I would think. Yeah, because I was older than him. I was 52. No, I was 51. He would have been 40, 48, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, him and several of the other people here together, they were. Yeah. And then he went into the Air Force. He went.
Okay.
And that's another story going there.
Yeah, we'll get to your military history. Yeah. You got quite a military history coming up. So, holidays, when you were together as a family, did you do anything that besides work? What were some enjoyable times?
There's things that nobody knew about. Probably just our own family. Maybe they came from my mother through a Canadian thing, whatever. But New Year's Eve, we would all put our shoes in the doorway, doorway, and then they call him Father Time would come, and he would put an orange or candy or something on her shoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the New Year's Eve. We always look forward to that.
That's a Canadian or French tradition, maybe?
English.
English,
yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Father Time.
Yeah. But I don't know where that came from or where it went or anything about.
So you get usually like oranges or
Yep.
Whatever you could afford at the time.
Yeah, and at that time, there was another area there at the trailer factory when my dad was working there. On the Christmas Eve and stuff like that, they would give out with a turkey, a basket full of groceries, and a bag of oranges and whatever else. Every Christmas Eve, they would, and you look forward to that, getting help you out, But then, of course, that went away with the area.
Right.
I left the house when I was 14. My uncle cousin lived out over by Coldwater, over on what is the name of that? It's Snow Prairie Road.
Okay.
There's a 100-acre farm work. My dad sent my brother Jim, younger Jim, over there to work with him. He needed to hire a hand. My brother was only over there 2 days and got homesick and came home, so they stuck me over there to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over there and I lived with them for a little over a year and done the farming over. That was the same time that I had failed the 7th grade in Union City.
So let's talk about your school times here. Yeah.
So when I failed here, I went over to the one-room schoolhouse. Dorothy Stockwell was the teacher, and there were 2 of us in the 7th grade. One of them was Norman Heineman, who became sheriff of Branch County here a while back.
Mm-hmm.
He's passed, gone away. Anyway, each morning I had to clean the barn trench and then go to school.
Okay.
And it was probably not 3/4 of a mile from anyway. Mm-hmm. And when I got to school, it was my job to take care of the stove, good wood stove.
Okay, you got.
And clean the blackboard.
Oh, nice. Who was your teacher at that time? It was
Dorothy Stockwell.
Okay. What subjects would you learn while you were there?
Regulars. I learned more in that year's 7th grade than I did in the next 2 years in high school.
So reading, math.
Oh yeah.
Arithmetic.
Yeah, we had a lot of Amish people with us there.
Oh, really?
It was all one-room school, yeah.
Okay, so Amish children went
and
to
we
school
were from the 7th or 6th grade, no, 2nd grade up through the 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
That was it.
Wow. So what was your oldest? You said so that school you'd be done at like 9th grade.
No, in
that school.
That school they finally took the 1 grade.
Oh,
then they came back to Union City.
Okay.
And I took 8th grade here, Union City, 8th and 9th. And that's another.
What kind of fun things would you do at school? Is it all work, or was there any fun at school?
No. I and my friend, his name was Homer Edwards Jr.
Okay.
I always know him as Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I were always in
trouble.
Oh yeah.
What's the worst trouble you ever got into at school?
Worst trouble at school?
Yeah.
Oh, I got in a couple of fights.
Okay. What would you get? How would you get punished if you got in a fight? What would they do?
I forget his name. He was the principal. Bennett, was it Bennett? I can't remember. Anyway, in his desk, up in the 2nd or 3rd floor of the high school, his office, and his desk, he had a drawer. In the drawer was a cherry box, and in the cherry box was a rolled up strap.
Oh.
Leather strap, and that is what you
got some licking.
Once in a while.
Yeah. You weren't up at the principal's office often though.
Not really.
No.
Now, I was just going over with somebody else on the internet. When we were in school, I made a statement on the internet about the kids nowadays. They don't know what work is. It just isn't in their mind. Mm-hmm. Some of them can't get off the telephone there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But in our time, we had to get out of school in May because they wanted to put us to work out on the farm.
Sure.
That's when the crops are out and you got out in May to work. You didn't get out to go play and stuff like that.
Right. It was work.
Yeah.
It wasn't like summer vacation is now.
No.
How did you get to school?
Walk.
How far was it to
walk?
That's
only 10-minute walk from up on the curb. You walk it, or we could ride the bus.
Okay, right. Because what street did you live on to walk? Where did you walk from to get to the school?
Coldwater Road.
Okay, that was the same place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To school, yeah.
That's not too bad. You stay healthy.
No, we could walk it. Also, it didn't matter what the weather was.
You walked.
Yeah. And a lot of the time we had to come through town, go right by the dime store.
Oh, okay.
And that was bad because every time I go by the dime store, I'd stop in and buy $1 worth of jelly beans.
Oh my gosh! Now who ran the dime store at that time?
Oh gosh, it wasn't John. It was some older lady. I can't remember the name. Names don't mean a lot.
Sure. Yeah. But that when they had that candy counter, right?
Yes, right up by the front door there. Yeah.
And how much? A penny?
Yeah. Well, it was like maybe 10 cents a pound or something like that. At that.
And jelly beans were your favorite?
Oh yeah. I had a hat. That was another thing. I always messed around and wore dumb hat in school, and I had that dump truck on top of my hat,
Oh yeah.
and I would put the jelly beans in the dump truck,
Oh yeah.
and I'd sit in the study hall, eat the jelly beans out of the dump hall.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I can see you sitting there eating your jelly beans.
I'm
You were a trickster, weren't you?
No, that ain't the worst. I'll tell you something.
Yeah. So what kind of like when you would get together with your friends, did you play any sports? Did you do any?
Oh, I went through all the sports.
Okay,
Yeah, football
okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are your different coaches?
Wheeler was one of them, and Pat Wade. Yeah, they were.
What was your favorite sport? Favorite sport.
My favorite sport?
Mm-hmm.
Football.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your time on Union City football team.
Well, Bob Merchant and I were together. We were the guards.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then
got a broken finger out of it and some teeth missing. And
so did you have typical helmets like they
No,
do now? So
no.
describe your uniform.
The helmets we had at that time, you lay them on the ground, they fold up.
Okay.
They were leather,
Okay.
made out of leather.
Oh man.
And then they, the next year we got those, we call them pots. They were made out of plastic.
Okay.
And they were big round pots, and and when you hit head on, boy, they crack.
Oh man.
Yeah. But they protected you better than that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't have any knee pads, or any of that stuff. Like
no mouth guards.
No,
nothing.
No
nothing.
mouth guards. I lost 2 teeth.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really playing
Yeah.
football?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, rough.
Yeah. George Hoover. I tackled him.
Oh, did you? Who was the best team back then that you would have to play? The typical team?
I think Quincy, wasn't it? Maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quincy. And Jonesville was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But Jonesville, when we played on their field, they had sandburrs all over the place. And you had to kneel down on them sharp sandburrs and stuff.
Oh, sandburrs.
Yeah.
Just tell us what that is.
That's a little burr that goes in and it's like stickers on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
They had them all over the field.
Oh yeah.
So they didn't have big old fancy like keep the fields all with the lines on it.
Oh
and
God,
everything?
no.
No.
We were.
Boy, you had to play it. That was rough.
Oh, it was football.
Yeah. So what other sports did you play?
Basketball, but I wasn't good at basketball.
What?
I wasn't coordinated enough.
Okay.
That stuff.
And then baseball.
But I was also in the FFA at the time, so I
Oh.
didn't have time for a lot of sports.
Now, who is your FFA teacher?
And started with an N. I'd have to look at
At the yearbook.
Yearbook,
Yeah, we can maybe figure it out.
Yeah.
What kind of things would you do in FFA?
Raising rabbits and stuff like that for the fair and whatever,
So you had rabbits.
I did at that time, yeah.
Did you have any other pets?
Well, we had dogs and cats.
What kind of dog did you have?
At that time. We had the one that I really remember, and was his name was Neil, and they had him in Flint. And my dad brought him home from work, and my mother seen him coming in a driveway with a dog.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know it was a dog. She thought it was another person, so she sent another place.
Must have been a big dog.
He was, yeah. He had a head on him.
What kind of dog was it?
Rottweiler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big one, yeah.
He left the rabbits alone, must be.
Oh yeah, he had passed away. That was earlier. I
that's
can't.
right.
Yeah, I can't tell you all the different dogs I had. The only ones I do and I don't. The one I still remember is my dog I had when I was doing the police work.
Okay, we'll talk about him.
Yeah.
We'll get to him.
Her.
So were there any other like special times, community events that you look forward to as a kid? Anything like, oh, it's this time of year? It's
not
special?
really, because when I was 14, I was working.
Okay.
And I worked from the time I was 14 on.
Okay. We're going to get to that. So you were working early.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have a lot of free time. So it was FFA. You worked
Yeah.
training in that.
I was working the trailer factory when I was in the junior high school.
Are you kidding?
No.
You would have been what, 15, 16?
No, 15. I was at my uncle's
Okay.
over in Somerset Center.
Okay.
He had bought a farm, and my Uncle John and my Aunt Hannah, beautiful people. And he wanted a hired hand to help him with the farm.
Okay.
There was a big old stone wall over there, part of the old barn, I guess, that he had. And he wanted that broke down, so he gave me the sledgehammer, and I worked that over.
Oh man.
Different things. We put down a well, 100 and some foot well, different things.
You were digging wells all the time.
Oh, I'm fiddling around. And he had a couple, 3 cows and some pigs and stuff, and I just helped him, and mostly the hay.
Oh yeah.
Him and his brother farm was down the road from where we were at.
So you had to bale hay.
And we had to bale the hay and wheat and oats.
Okay.
I even got into that too. Over to my other uncle over in Brunson, I helped combine oats.
Okay.
Stuff like that, different things.
So there wasn't a lot of free time when you were younger. You had a lot of working. Did you make a wage? Did you have any money that you had to like allowance?
My uncle in Somerset would give me $15 a week, but he would keep half of it.
Okay.
He'd put half of it away, and then the other I do whatever I wanted to spend on it. And
was he saving it up for something?
For me, yeah.
For you, yeah. So you'd have
that way I wouldn't spend it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
And I had room and board with him.
Okay.
Another time I worked at a farm over by Coldwater, and he paid me $20 a week.
Okay.
And I stayed with him and then worked with him. His name was Vern Fillmore. His relatives was President Fillmore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He had a big book that thick.
Of the genealogy and stuff.
And
go ahead.
I helped him out over there. With him, he was having trouble with rats getting into the chickens.
Oh.
So I would get the 22 out and go after the rats for and stuff.
So going back to town, describe if you were going to walk down the street when you were a kid, what stores would you see walking up the street in Union City?
You come by the bucket.
Okay.
That's the first thing you'd see.
How does it look different now? How did it look back then?
Way different, yeah.
Describe what it looked like.
When we first came here, it was called Duffy's Tavern.
Oh boy, I've heard that.
Yeah, and Faye Duffalo was the runner of it.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter, Carolyn Duffalo, and I went to school together. She married Dale Rice.
Mm-hmm. So what else would you see? So you go past the bucket, and then what would you see?
Oh, it hadn't started yet, but the trailer factory was going to start working. But that didn't come in until after I got back in the Army.
Okay.
No, I had to take it back. That was the bottom gang. They made the bottoms of the trailers. It was
right there at that.
And it was the cabinet shop. They made all the cabinets and stuff in that building there.
Okay.
Up on the hill, on the left side, they used to make the bottoms for the thing, and then they'd run them down the road across the bridge and on up the hill to the trailer factory. And that was back in the 54, 55, 56, something in that area.
Okay.
Yeah. And everybody would just get out of the way because they come to trailers, and then they'd bring them back down to the bottom of the hill by the bucket at the cabinet shop and finish off their finishing the trailers and stuff.
Wow.
And then sell them there, yeah.
So lots to do with the trailer factory in that area.
Yeah.
It was a big
that
boom.
Up all that whole road, that
was a whole part of
and
town.
that same building was a parachute factory too.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
I didn't get into that much. My mother worked in it a couple of times, but I didn't get into the parachute factory.
Right.
All I know is it was.
That's what it was.
A lot of they didn't make parachutes for the Army. That was made just for people who had the money.
Okay.
On that one, yeah.
Okay. What other businesses would you see?
Oh God, Union City had all kinds of businesses.
Yeah.
They blew a bunch of them.
Sure. Let's think of a few that you can remember seeing if you would be walking uptown during that time.
Oh, there's a lumber yard down there at the bottom of the hill.
Is that where Jack's is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That used to be a lumber yard down there. Don Little's gas station, that was forever there.
Do you remember going to, what was it like going to Don Little's gas station?
I worked there for a while.
Oh,
I pumped gas with him.
oh, nice.
Yeah. When I was 15.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was good. You could charge your gas. You didn't have to pay
Oh, you
for
could
it.
charge it on credit.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. That was a good thing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, you want to go somewhere, just pull in, get $10 gas.
And what was self-service? That was
More or less,
full service.
They had full service there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'd wash your car for you if you wanted to. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Check your oil and everything. Yeah.
That's nice.
That was a win. Yeah.
How many gas stations? There was other gas.
There was
stations.
another one across the road. I don't remember who owned that one. Ward somebody, but it was right there on that same.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That didn't last long. And then there was the ones uptown, Hookers.
Yep.
And then there was we call him Snowball.
Oh, yeah.
He was out on the towards
Sinclair?
66, out that way.
You had Sinclair's too.
I think he had a marathon station.
Yeah. His name was
Don.
Don. Yeah, Don Wadler.
Okay.
And he was a half Indian.
Oh.
Anyway, that was out there, and of course there's a couple of them out on the highway, and then there was, I'm trying to think where the other one was. Oh, there was one going out St. Joe Street, going out that way.
Oh yeah, that was Edwards.
Yeah, that was.
Yep.
Yeah. That was Junior Edwards' brother.
Okay. And then there was the movie theater here at that time. Tell us a little bit about the movie theater. You got a big smile on your face. That was the Strand, right?
I got kicked out of the theater.
What? Why?
I and Junior Edwards. Okay, now that's going to crack a little bit of other history with Mrs. Inner.
Yes.
Okay, now that's another story. But Mrs. Inner owned the theater, and she always had her keys pinned on her shirt, and she had teeth missing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was always wandering around in the theater, making the kids get their feet off the seats and whatever else.
Behave themselves.
Yeah, she was strict.
Mm-hmm. And you said the screen faced.
Yeah, when you went in, okay, the theater itself, when you walk on the sidewalk, it was next to the drugstore. There was a screen, it was like a little cupola. They sold the tickets out of there. Behind that was two doors on this side, two doors on that side. Behind those two doors was an area about 5 foot square. Now, that was the smoke area. What it was, when they would change reels at the time, we were getting the two reels going. When they changed reels, the guys would get up out of the seat and get in between those doors and smoke their cigarettes. And then when the show started again, they'd go back and sit down. When they went back in and sit down, Junior Edwards and we would go in and sit down with them. I mean, and get to see the show and whatever. That's not bad.
Ingenious.
And I'll say so. Also, Bayless was Roy Bayless was
the jeweler.
He done the theater or the camera. He was the cameraman.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was the cameraman. Underneath the balcony, they would show up on the screen.
Okay.
Junior Edwards and I took an old rubber spider. We'd messed around with in school. And we put it on some wire, thin wire, and we hung it over the balcony rail. And at that time, they had the show on. It was the Return of the Mummy.
Ooh.
The Ghost Spook Show.
Yeah.
We dropped that spider over that rail, and it got down in front of the camera. Of course, it came out all over the screen.
Oh, boy.
And you couldn't believe the screaming and carrying on. Kids getting the hell out of there.
Miss Enter
Mrs. Enter come down.
Oh.
She got a hold of me by the ear, walked me right out.
She knew it was you.
Oh, yeah.
She knew Joe Norton was in the theater.
But, and with that, she was a nice lady. Later on, I got with her, and that's another part of the history with her. But I gave it online once, I think I told them about it.
Yeah. Fabiano's, was that here?
Yep.
What was that like?
That was ice cream parlor.
Yeah, just tell us like what it would be like to be in there.
Yeah, they were an Italian family. In their ice cream parlor, Tony I don't remember what her name was. What was his wife's name?
Lucia?
Yeah, I
Lucia?
think so.
Could yeah, it
Yeah.
could be, yeah. Beautiful people.
Mhm,
Beautiful.
mhm,
George Fabiano was there,
mhm,
and
mhm,
he grew up to be a really good,
mhm,
but
mhm,
he also
mhm.
had businesses there too. Yeah.
What was your favorite thing to get at Fabiano's?
I had it was lemon phosphate,
Ooh,
and get a little bit of ice cream in with it.
that sounds good.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, yeah.
And that was all soda fountain, right?
Yep,
Wow,
yep,
nice.
yep. They had places to sit and seat stuff.
That place, a good place you can go in and get something to eat too.
Oh God, well yeah, they had hamburgers and
All
stuff.
right.
Yeah, sandwiches stuff. Yeah.
What about there was another place I was going to ask you about, like grocery stores.
Oh
Who had grocery stores?
yeah. Okay. In the 40s, on the corner of where it is now, where that used to be dancers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That corner there used to be the A&P store.
Okay, and Carolyn Rice worked there, right? Duffalo.
Yeah, she worked there, and so did Junior's Edwards, and so did his sister, Marion
Francis.
Francis Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they were just they sold everything.
Oh
Disposed of
yeah, yeah, just like
everything?
regular grocery.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then there was a grocery store down over the hill, to the right of where the bridge is.
Chivas.
Chivas. They were two sisters.
Yeah, tell me a little about them.
I didn't know their background too much, but they had a brother. But anyway, the two sisters run the store,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the old time button candy and all that kind of old stuff. Maybe it was you get any of the older stuff.
And
It
there
was like an old grocery store. Yeah.
yeah, and there was a barber upstairs at one time, right? And he had a dog.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Ray.
Was it?
Ray Chivas
Was it?
upstairs.
Oh, yeah, Ray, was it? Yeah.
And
okay,
the dog
yeah.
was
We called him Chippy.
yes.
Yeah, okay. I
Yep.
didn't know about that. I didn't get into much of that.
Yeah. What about hardware? Where did you get your hardware from?
Well, no, there's a story there. Merchant's Hardware was here. Springs Hardware was here.
Yes.
Spring Brothers.
Where was that?
Now that was on this side of the road, down on the beyond on the corner there where the restaurant's at.
Okay.
That empty corner there.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of stuff there. There's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
another place there.
That's where
Springs Hardware.
that's right. That's where the fire department used to be down that way.
Yeah.
And then there was a old building there
Yeah,
that changed hands a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Before they finally took that down and burned that down, right?
Yeah.
For practice. That was for fire practice.
Yeah. On that corner, that's another thing. Next to the bridge, next to the water, was a chicken factory.
Oh, that was
Actually, it was turkey. Every Thanksgiving they would butcher out turkeys. Walt McGee owned it.
okay, McGee.
Yeah. Before he got in there, the very first one-armed bandit
Slot machine?
was made in there.
Yeah.
The building was made there before he got in
Yeah,
there.
Kelly Richards slot machine, I think.
Yep. I don't
That's
remember
probably
her
before your
name.
time, I bet.
Oh yeah. But I knew it was there. I caught up with it.
Okay.
But we would go in there, and there was like a family of us, the editors and whatever, and they work on those turkeys and chickens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pack them in ice and
Mhm.
the whole 9 yards. I worked there nights.
And was the new bank had been built already? The Southern Michigan, that was not an old bank. They had already built that by the time you were here.
I don't remember. The bank was up.
Right.
I'm looking this way.
Mm-hmm.
Bank down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bank was there, and that changed hands 2 or 3 times too.
And there was a lot of car dealerships here.
Oh God, yes. Brays and what was his name? Howard Berry, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Washburn, J.B. Washburn, had it out on the highway out there. And I can't remember where out there.
Did you ever buy a car from here?
Oh yeah,
What cars did you buy?
I bought a Chevy from Howard Berry,
Okay.
but it was bad because at that time they had the oil they were using. It's non-detergent and high detergent oil.
Okay.
And the Chevy I got from him, it was a 55 Chevy, and it was supposed to use non-detergent oil in it, and they use high detergent oil in it, and it set the block up on it. Well, that was just another.
When were there any characters in town?
Oh.
There's a couple characters that you said were around at your time. Give us the lowdown on, if you were to walk, who would be a character in this town?
Oh,
Somebody
where do I
stands
start?
out. Yeah. Who do you start with?
Where do I start? Huh?
Smith Brothers.
Old Smith Brothers, yeah.
Tell us about Smith Brothers.
They were alcoholics. And when I was confident in the 60s, I'd pick them up and take them down and just put them on the front porch and let them sleep without.
Now, when you were a police officer, that was after you got back from the war or before? You're a police officer here.
In the 60s.
Okay.
I was working
Right.
the trailer factory and working the police factory at the same time.
Okay. So
Night.
let's talk a little bit about, before we get there.
Yeah. You want to go back to the characters?
Yeah, characters. I need to talk about
All right.
characters.
Wimpy Moore.
Who's that?
Okay. Wimpy Moore lived out.
Wimpy.
Yeah, that's his name. He lived out east of Union City. He was one of these inventive guys that didn't matter what it was. He could fix it or he could do it or whatever. He run out here his own light in his own house. He made his own lights. He had these one lung generators and running out there. And he got that, hooked it up, his lights. But the only thing is, every time the generator went like this, the light would blink. But he had it anyway.
Right, but he got it running.
Wimpy Moore he rode a motorcycle. And the bridge down here, when they remodeled it and put it up and put everything up, it was a nice looking bridge. There's pictures of it.
That's the one that goes kind of like an arch.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Us kids used to, we walk over the top of that just for a sidewalk. That was just a sidewalk for us.
Right up on the rail.
Oh yeah, right up and over. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We hung underneath that bridge all the time. Anyway, Wimpy got drunk one night. I forget what bar, and got on his motorcycle and drove the motorcycle right up and over the bridge.
Whoa! And he made it all the way across.
Oh yeah, 2 or 3 times.
So he did this more than once.
Oh yeah. So they welded a guardrail in front of the bridge. So
the Wimpy bar.
Yeah, that was the Wimpy bar. Yeah. He was a character.
Yeah. Had anybody ever tried to climb the water tower?
My daughter was hung over there by her leg.
Oh, really? Really? She tried to climb it?
She climbed up there and hung off the top rail there.
Oh my gosh.
And I got wind of it when I was copping it. I had to go get her.
Oh boy. She made it down okay though.
Oh yeah.
Tell us your daughter's name.
Ronnie Mae.
Ronnie Mae.
Yeah.
And when was Ronnie Mae born?
When 48.
Okay, and that's your only daughter?
Yep.
Okay.
And I adopted her.
Okay, and you got married eventually, and who did you marry?
I married her mother.
So give us her name. What's your
Rosaline.
Rosaline?
Yeah.
What was her last name?
At that time it was Carter.
Okay.
And then I married her in
What year did you get married?
56.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are.
And she was about 6 years old at the time.
When she did that?
Yeah, and I adopted her. Yeah.
Had the other people tried to climb that water tower?
Oh, we've been up and down it and working on it. I've been inside the dumb thing, cleaned it out a couple of times. Yeah. And that's gone now.
It's gone. It's gone.
My mother lived below it.
Okay, at that house that's right next to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And at that time there was Hawkins. Was that not Hawkins at the time, but it was a car?
Yeah, Hawkins was there. Yeah.
Oh, Hawkins was there at the time.
Yeah, the town has changed so many different times.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Now
about.
down there where the A&P store was, the grocery store was, they changed that. That became a bar, and it was also I forget what else was in there. But my above it was the Mason Hall.
Oh,
Masonic
yeah.
Temple.
Have you ever been up inside
I
that?
belong to it.
Oh, so you can describe that to
Oh, yeah.
us. Describe the inside of it and what you would see.
Right now, it'll be a lot of dust up there.
Yeah.
The one floor going into the one room is sagging. It was.
But in its prime, what was it like?
Regular Masonic Hall.
Describe it. What did it look like when you would walk in there?
It just I can't tell you.
Did you have an altar?
Oh yeah,
you can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
like
Yeah.
furniture.
Everything was okay. Everything faced the east. The master mason run the lodge, which I can't really get into with you.
Right, I know you can't give your secrets away yet, or this. Yeah.
There's nothing secret in there, nothing
Nothing.
like that. No.
Okay. I love that. Is that your Masonic ring?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Did there used to be like a decoration around the
Yeah. Now,
part?
also at the same time, there was the Eastern Star, which is the members of the lodge.
And that's the females,
Yeah,
right?
that's
the
the
women.
female area, yeah.
Okay.
And all of that was up there. My first wife, she was a worthy matron. She
Okay.
Was, and my daughter, she was part of it too. Anyway, she ran it.
Okay.
For a while. And I was supposed to be master of it, but when it came time for me to get up into the chairs, there came a $350 bill on the stairway on the outside there, the emergency stairs had to be repaired, and I didn't have the money at the time. I said, nope.
Okay.
So I got out of it.
So there used to be, you could be able to get up to the side on that. That's what the old stairway
You could get up there, but I was just for emergency.
Right. Oh, so you wouldn't normally use that.
You couldn't get
Okay.
up there.
That wasn't a common thing
Now,
for people.
going up to the hall, the stairwell going up there, to the right of it was a barber shop.
Oh, okay. And who operated that barber shop?
I can't remember his name now, too. And I can't think of his name. But he gave butch haircuts and stuff like that. And that's all closed off.
So it was 3 stories. It still is 3 stories.
Yeah.
What was on the very bottom one? The AP store?
Yeah.
Okay.
A&P and dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second floor, what was that?
That was just part of the lodge.
Masonic. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And then.
And I think the barbershop might have been on the second floor.
Okay, so that had some different.
Yeah. But a lot was closed off
Mm-hmm.
way back down. We're talking back in the 60s.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you about another place. What about if you went outside of town and on M60? What about the Marble Manor? Did you ever roller skate there?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that place.
Marble Manor. Okay. Marble Manor, when they made it a roller skating rink, it was the only place in Michigan where it had a marble floor, and on your roller skates, when you roller skate, you picked up marble dust.
Yeah.
You could get it all over your wheels and whatever like that. When that closed, they made a bar out of it. They made it Marble Manor at that time. And I forget what her name was, Betty something, owned it. And they had booze and beers and dances and sometimes there's another thing about the bucket I'll tell you about. Some of the bands would go out and play at Marble Manor, whatever else. Now getting into that field, the Blay Bucket was one of the places for the Hootenanny.
Oh, tell me about that.
The Hootenanny was country western bands, and they would have contests on at the bucket. Several bands would come in from all over and play at the bucket, the Hootenanny. They had bands over to Sherwood, Burlington, and Hodunk.
And who is it? Like what you'd have guitars and drums?
Yep. Guitar, drums,
fiddle,
right,
like
fiddle.
a fiddle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fiddle and stuff.
Maybe a banjo or two.
Oh yeah, definitely
wow.
banjo.
So it was a hootenanny.
It was right.
Was that popular? A lot of people go to those.
Oh yeah, the tavern in Blackaby just chock full of big cars. You couldn't even get in the place. There were so many people.
So Friday or Saturday night would be hopping.
Yeah, Friday night.
Town would be packed.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, stuff going on.
How much would it cost for a night out on?
$5.
Okay.
Whatever. Of course, back then beer was cheap. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah. Where I'm at here, I don't know. I'm still.
Oh yeah.
You're.
We're getting there. So
Uh,
you kind of told me a little bit about the jobs you had, and it's kind of like you worked on the farm a lot.
All right, I'm going. I'll stop you there. I'll give it to you this way. I always did 2 jobs at a time. I never worked one job.
Okay.
I was working at the farm, and then I'd be doing something else.
Sure.
Right, okay. Now, when I got out of the Army, before I went in the Army, in my junior and senior school, I worked at a trailer factory. I had 2 years seniority in there. And when you go in the Army, they keep your seniority. So I got 2 years more. So I had 4 years seniority when I come out of the Army in the trailer factory.
Oh, wow.
Now, at the time of the trailer factory, I was working up on a hill here that's gone now, next to the restaurant there. There was a cabinet shop there, and I built drawers
Okay.
for the trailers. And that was my job at night, and in the cabinet shop I worked at night. Okay. When they drafted me in the Army, I come out. The trailer factory had not been up on the hill yet. And there was no union or nothing like that. There was actually, it was a union, but they didn't have any secret ballot. I got into that. Anyway, the first year that I came out of the Army and into the trailer factory, there was no roof on the factory. We had snow on our cabinets sometimes when we were building them, whatever else. That's what they were building that place up.
Okay.
Now that place had a history to it. It was a Peerless cement plant.
Yeah.
Way back when, now this was before my time, when I got here, the place was gone.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was a dump.
Yeah.
They sort of all kinds
Sure.
of dumping rats
Sure.
and stuff out there.
Okay.
Junior Edwards and I used to go out and play all the time. Walls didn't mean nothing. Walls, that was like a sidewalk. And I would go down there. I got into a habit of repairing television.
Okay.
And I would go down to the dump and pick up tubes and stuff like
Sure.
that. And we're all,
Yeah. Yeah.
searched it up. But then when I got out of the Army, then they finally got the roof on the place. We started building the trailers up there.
Okay.
The whole.
That's about when it
yeah,
shifted.
Yeah. And I worked with them for 15 years or more. And
So
my mother was there too.
So the original building that was a cement factory wasn't the same. It was like an entirely different building.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
along that railroad track.
They just like
Yeah,
got
the
rid of
railroad
it.
track, and a lot of that stuff I've collected in my own history. A lot of that railroad was there. It ain't there now. They used to go over to Turtle Lake, and they would go to not Marble Lake, Alberta Lake. Dig marl out of the
Yeah.
lake into flat cars and bring the flat cars over and put it in that cement plant. That's way back in the 18.
And that was way before, yeah, because I think the trailer or the cement factory was done in 27 in the 20s. It was done. It was done.
They took it down. I don't know what happened to it. But there's also a lot of rumors there. There's 2 or 3 guys that are cemented up in the place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I heard some horror stories about the place.
When they finally got the trailer factory built anyway, I got my time in there. My dad worked there as maintenance.
Okay.
And my mother worked there. She was the only woman driver of the tractors. She was hauling the trailers around.
Oh,
outside.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So your mom was quite...
Oh, yeah. She's a little gal, but she was busy. She worked them 20 years, I think, or something like that, 23 years.
So you remember when the train was active and going?
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. That railroad bridge, that was our swimming hole. Junior Edwards and the other guys. We'd dive off that bridge and stuff, jump off it, whatever. And there's a guy named Speed Cooper. There's some Coopers here.
Speed Cooper.
Yeah, that was, what was Speed's first name, you know?
I don't remember.
No, his brother was the head of the union for a while. Junior. Anyway, he's a big, tall dude.
Mm-hmm.
And one time he got up on top of the train coming through slow, got up on top of the box car and dove off the top of the box car into that river,
Into the St. Joe?
into the St. Joe.
Oh my gosh.
He wasn't killed or anything, but
Just dove right off.
yeah, he had made a bet with somebody, and
Did a lot of people do train hops? Like they would get on the train, hop off, like a lot of people?
not really. When it slowed down once in a while, we'd pick up the bums.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of railroad bums up
Yeah.
out that
So
area.
would you see any bums that would get off and
Oh yeah, us kids, we never worried about them. They wouldn't.
they're just like on their way through, right?
Just on their way.
Huh.
Catch tried, yeah. But this train didn't really go too far.
And that was a freight train mostly, right? That wasn't a passenger.
Yeah, there was no
train.
passenger train.
Right,
No,
right,
no,
right,
no.
right.
It would go back toward Jackson, and
Yeah, just.
but they would get all that
stuff.
marl out of the rivers and out of the lakes and
Mm-hmm.
bring it down there.
What about? Did you ever go fishing in St. Joe?
God, yeah.
Got any good fishing stories?
Yeah, rock bass, we like that. Yeah,
Ooh.
we waded that river, that and the Coldwater River, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
down to what they call the fort.
A lot of people enjoyed time at the river, I'm sure, in your time. Like
And my grandfather on my mother's side sailed the St. Joe River.
Oh, tell me about that.
I don't know about it. She just told me he did it.
And this was your grandfather?
Yeah. That'd be
That's
way back
before
in
your time.
1800. Yeah.
Oh man.
I would have liked to got some more history on it, but I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So
Because the river, there were so many curves and trees and junk going on, you couldn't really sail the St. Joe River or the Coldwater River.
do you think it was wider when it was earlier? Do you
I would
it-
think so. I don't know.
They used to have paddle boats come down that river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, they had a ship. I guess they called it. They built it here. It was the Pilot, and they sailed it up, and they would do like produce, like apples and trade with other. I've heard that. Like when the Dunkses were here early.
Yeah, that was when it was Union City was
Goodwinsville.
Goodwoodville, yeah. That's right, yeah.
What about Skinny Bullet? Skinny Bullet. Tell me a little about
okay.
Skinny.
Skinny Bullet. When I first met him, my dad introduced me to him, and he was working for a sideshow here. They have carnival going on or something like that.
Would Carnival come to Union City once in a
Oh
while?
God, yes. Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That was the Union City.
Where would the
Burlington,
carnival be set up? Where would they set up?
down the football field
Okay.
most of the time, I think. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and Skinny worked with them, and then he joined the circuit with them. And then when they went all over, he went with them. But he was just a drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a tavern guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he was good-hearted.
Right.
Sometimes they drop him. When I lived out on the Dunk Road, sometimes they drop him off at my place out there, and they'd pick him up off the front yard and sober him up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Him and that Reisner,
He lived down at the Elkhorn Lodge.
Elk,
He-
ELK,
Yeah,
Elk.
and he lived right on the river, right?
Oh yeah, Elk is, and that's why it was
Mhm.
called. It was Elk Horns.
He had elkhorns up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right over there. Yeah, that's why they called it that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him. Sometimes when the kids would be out there, the football field playing baseball, something like that, he'd be coming down the river in his
Mm-hmm.
boat, whatever
Mhm.
else. He got hit a couple of times with a baseball or something like that. But anyway, what they do at the Bloody Bucket, they would put him in his boat, just turn it loose and go on down the river and go right down. It had to go by his
He'd get off.
lodge, yeah, and he'd get off.
Ah,
Sometimes they'd call the cops sometimes to find out there's something wrong with him, but he was a character. He was nice.
So there were a lot of, but you'd say there was the Hootenanny, carnivals would come to town, circus, festivals,
Oh, really?
fairs.
Something going on here all the time.
Yeah, something. So quite a few celebrations here and there.
Oh yeah, every Memorial Day they would have a parade.
Yeah.
and
How are
stuff like
parades
that.
different? How are parades different then than they are now?
Well, the more modern stuff now than what we had
Right.
back
What would
then.
you see?
Back then,
yeah.
back then, if you rode a bicycle or you had a dog or something, you could get in the parade.
You could anybody, yeah.
Anybody would
join
go
the
in,
parade. Well, that's
Join
kind
the
of
parade.
nice.
Yeah.
Like now, if you got a bike, they let the little kids ride the bikes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But not
But
so
that
many
was-
fire trucks and.
No. Back then, our time was different.
Would the Veterans March still? during
Oh
the-
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We had at that time when I got out of the army, they had the American Legion. And it was up overhead in that same block where I had the trailer thing.
Mhm.
They had an upstairs room up there that they rented. And I can remember that there was another character who was he had a stovepipe hat on,
Oh,
Abe
Lynn
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Lynn Lincoln, but they
Yep.
called him. He had a brother, Abe, a brother.
I guess he was related to Abe.
Yeah, he was.
Really tall dude.
Yeah, and he was in the American Legion when I got out of the army. They talked us into joining it, me and Junior Edwards. So I joined the American Legion in 1955.
There's a water there if you want.
That's
some.
right.
Okay.
I'm the oldest member of the American Legion Battle Creek.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but Abe Lincoln would sit there. He had his big, like a hat on and this cane in the front of his lap, and they were having a meeting at the American Legion.
Mhm.
And he poked up, put his hand up in the air, and he said, "Let's get this damn meeting over with so we go drink beer." And I remember him saying that. Yeah.
I guess he went out west and did some things out west and then came back.
I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but he always him and his brother. His
You're-
brother, his name was Ed, I think,
Yeah, I think you're right.
and he worked at the mill down there,
You probably had a lot
bagged
of
up grain. and stuff.
World War I veterans around in the area.
Oh gosh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure we did. Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, but
mhm.
at that time, I wasn't really. At that time, the American Legion wasn't like it is now. Or you guys are having a hard time getting it going now, ain't you?
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I can, I can remember something happened on that one. Adolf, Willard Adolf. He was in the American Legion. They were having an honor guard down at the cemetery. I forget where they buried, but they would give the 21 guns.
Because
for the
where the gun is now, would have been in a different place or was it in the same place it's always been?
I don't know whether.
Yeah.
He's been there forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ever since I've been down.
Because
Yeah.
at one part in the cemetery there was a cannon way in the back where all the Civil War soldiers are. But then I see it's gone, and now I thought maybe they used to have something back there, and then something maybe they. I don't know.
I don't know.
Back there.
Could have been. Never know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Willard was. They racked a bolt back on his rifle and shoved it ahead and shoved his necktie in the rifle. Got it stuck.
Oh no!
He couldn't get it out to shoot the.
So he had to like get his necktie untied.
Yeah, it was. That's just one of those
Crazy
things.
things happen all the time.
Yeah, God.
So talking a little bit about fires.
Oh.
Let's talk about the big fire that happened in town.
We at one time had several good ones. A lot of places that burnt.
So talk about that. What's your most?
The one I really remember is the mill burning.
Yeah.
Bob was working with the fire department at that time, I think. There was 5 or 6 units here from a different town. But I can remember looking up in the wind and watch that metal roof blow, just like tissue paper,
Just was gone.
gone, yeah.
They say you can see the flames from pretty far away.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, that mill was 130 years old, I would imagine, something
Yeah,
like that.
it went up pretty quick. Do
Oh,
you know
well, there's all grain and stuff in there, dust.
Did they know what caused it?
I don't think so.
Okay. I heard they let the kids out of school because it was a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Way back when the mill was running, my mother would get feed bags out of there and make dresses for my
Yeah.
sisters out of them.
Oh yeah.
It was a good. And I still remember smelling the grain.
Because you probably went and dropped off stuff there all the time.
Oh, I was in there walking around, not talking with Ed and stuff.
Yeah, it was a massive place.
It was big.
Yeah.
And it was run by the mill and by the water there for the thing.
Well, did Randall's run that? The Randalls?
I couldn't tell you. When we lost that, we lost the one over in Hodunk, and we lost the one over in Athens.
Yep. And the one in Homer, that's gone.
It's all gone.
I think there's not too many around anymore.
You talk to kids, they don't know what it was.
No. And there used to be a mill race that used to go across. Yeah. And there used to be a lumber yard downtown too. Where Coates used to do his auctions and stuff. Buell Lumber Yard.
Buell Lumber.
What other big events can you remember? Like, was there any other bigger events like storms or any?
Well, we had a flood.
Yeah.
That was back in '47.
Okay, talk about a little bit about that. What was that like?
The water up on the Coldwater Road was probably 4 foot deep or longer. Wow. It flooded the bucket. The chairs and stools in the bucket were floating around down in there. It was that high.
So it was the low-lying areas, right? And the gully in town.
It came up from the Coldwater River, and since then they dammed the Coldwater River and fixed it up where they got away from that. But it was the Coldwater River and the St. Joe River.
That must have been a couple. Because in 1908 they had the flood.
And behind our house up there on the road up there, the field below us, that was 3 foot deep of water.
Wow. And how did the people deal with that?
Well, they just let it go.
Just wait until it went away.
And I guess, I don't know about it, but I see pictures. Evidently, there was more floods before this one.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they changed that Coldwater River around. So
1908, there was a big one.
Yeah.
Big flood.
Well, I wouldn't run it.
Yeah, no. Nope. So.
And let's see what else. There was, I'm trying to think of something else. We had an ice storm here, too.
Okay.
That was in '77.
Oh, the blizzard? The big blizzard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was crippled things up, too.
Is there any particular memory that you can remember that that makes you laugh or smile?
Oh gosh, yeah, that one about the show. That was one thing.
Yeah. How about talking a little bit about when you were a police officer here? When you were
okay.
So let's talk about that, because you went away. First of all, when were you in the Korean War?
I didn't go in the Korean War.
So
I was trained for it, but I went to Alaska.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that. Your military service. What unit you were in?
Okay. I signed up. I had read books about submarine service, and I had signed up for submarine service in 1952, 53, and they drafted me before I got there, and they sent us to Fort Wayne, Detroit. Or get and that's when I met my buddy Bob. Bob Thompson.
Okay.
And I were in the service all the time. We were there together. We became really good friends. Unfortunately, now you got the Alzheimer's disease down for it.
Okay.
But anyway, I tell the guys over the VA, whatever, a different thing. We started out our basic training, but we started out with a black mark on it, because when we left Fort Wayne, Detroit, on a bus after we got our shots and stuff, they sent us down on 5 Greyhound buses towards Fort Knox, Kentucky. On the way down, every time the bus would stop for gas or something, the boys would get out and get beer and booze and bring it on. When we got to Fort Knox, Kentucky, there was several of the boys who were pretty well shot.
Pretty well lit. Okay.
Now I met Bob Thompson he was from Coldwater, Anyway, we didn't do the boozing with it.
Mm-hmm.
They got us off the bus, and the first sergeant walked up to us and cussed us out, of course, because we broke 16 bus windows. I guess it got broken going down there.
Whoa.
And anyway, he marched us through the mess hall, gave us a tablespoon, and then marched us out in the middle of the field with a tablespoon and made us dig a hole deep enough to bury a tank with that spoon.
Whoa.
That was one of our first penalties.
Oh.
And then the rest of the time, because the window was broke, we got all the dirty details, whether there's guard duty or kitchen duty. We got all of the dirty details.
So, okay.
We had a black mark with us through all our basic with that. But once we got out of the basic, we got
okay.
through it.
Okay.
But anyway, several things happened through that time of the area. Even with the hardness of the training we went through. There's two hills they called Agony Hill and Misery Hill there at Fort Knox. They put us a full field pack of rocks on our back, and we had to walk up that hill. And I tell everybody, I was 7 foot tall before I started up that hill.
And then you shrunk.
Yeah, shrunk. Anyway, once we got out of that, Bob and I went through the cadre school. I was having trouble with my teeth because I lost them in the football. And then I was working on my teeth, and we went through cadre school. And we were supposed to get corporal stripes on that. We didn't get them. Then we got out of that. They put us in as cadre at the 182nd Division down there in Fort Knox. And we were supposed to teach the new guys coming in how to march and whatever else. We didn't get stripes there either. And then when they give us our orders to go to Alaska, we got up there and we were on standby because at the time going on, tail end of the Korean War, Red China was backing North Korea, and the Russians were backing Red China. And here's Alaska, and here's the Russians. So they thought, well, so they put us on standby for 2 months, ready to go. And we had 3 minutes to get our rucksack and get in the tank, get it wound up and ready to go. That was 2 months, and then that thing subsided. And I got out.
That'd be the time of the Iron Curtain.
Yeah,
and the Cold War.
All that stuff.
And President Kennedy would probably been Eisenhower or Kennedy at that time.
Yeah, Kennedy, I think it was coming. Yeah.
He was coming in.
Yeah.
And Khrushchev was there. And...
yeah. Truman, he messed it up to begin with because he didn't let MacArthur go through Korea like he should have. That's another thing. I don't get into politics.
So what was Alaska like?
Oh, it was great, just like Michigan, only a little bit severe. This time of year right now, it was getting low on light. It might be 5 hours a day late.
About like what we're coming into now, right?
Yeah.
And I bet it was hard to get supplies up there. Everything's probably pretty expensive in Alaska.
Well, it was, and they had a television. Well, they only had 2 stations, one in Anchorage and one in Seattle, Washington. Yeah.
And how long were you in Alaska?
14 months.
14 months.
Yeah. There was another thing there. I became company carpenter.
Oh.
And I was supposed to get corporal stripes for that too.
Can't get those corporal stripes. Did you ever end up getting those corporal stripes?
I got a PFC stripe from a drunken sergeant.
What did you get that for?
Because I was a driver of his tank, and he kicked me in the shoulder to get me to turn it whichever way we got to go.
Sure. Oh yeah, because that's how
we had microphones, but he kept getting on that thing.
What was your most? So what was your before you left? What was your? You was kind of like guard duty or just?
Oh, I got into all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I had guard duty over the WAC barracks down at Fort Knox. Up in Alaska, I had guard duty over the jail and stuff up there.
Okay.
The bad thing about up there is why they would go AWOL, there's no way to get out of there.
Right.
You
Where are you
gotta
gonna
fly
go?
or you got
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
Can't
gonna get
drive.
out.
Elkhorn Highway was just being built then.
Okay.
Railroad just coming in. Now Anchorage itself at that time was like an old western town. All the bars had swinging doors on the going
Really?
in. Oh yeah. And the law up there, he was an old guy, had a white hat on, big old badge, and 2 pearl handled guns.
Whoa.
Walked around and
That's like a western.
it was kind of. But they were just getting to college coming in at that time, like
Sure.
54, 55.
So when you came back from there, did you join the Union City Police Force then?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
I didn't
that
get
comes
into
later.
that until 1960.
Okay. So what'd you
61.
do when you came right back from the
Went to
service?
work at the trailer factory.
Okay. And then you
And
became...
my wife I got married. And my wife and we had to buy us a house someplace.
Mhm.
And when we first moved, got together, we stayed in, what's his name? I forget his name. Anyway, his apartment, we would stay right behind the high school,
Okay.
back behind there. And we stayed there until we got enough money to buy a house up on Fenton Street.
Okay.
We lived up there for a while.
Do you have
And
any
that's when I was there.
interesting neighbors?
Oh yeah, all the neighbors, man.
Sure.
The guy next door there, chatted with. He was an old guy, probably in his 80s, and he made orange crates
Oh.
on a wooden flat and stuff. Built them, and he was a cankerous old guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
I think J.P. Palmer lived up on Fenton Street too.
Probably.
Sometime.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's all changed up there. Our house
Oh,
gets
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
What
yeah.
they said. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So.
But we, the house was small, and the heat I had in there was an oil stove.
Mhm.
But I noticed I built a bedroom on for my daughter, and to insulate the place, instead of putting insulation in it, I run plastic across the top rafters in the attic.
Mhm.
And I give it an air pocket. So
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about 60s, you joined the police department.
Yep.
And who was the chief at the time?
Clancy Lennon.
Okay, Clancy Lennon.
He's
What
the
was
one
Clancy?
who talked me into going into the Masons too.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Clancy. What was Clancy like?
Oh boy. He was a character. He'd been in police work for quite a while. He was in the Cowater Police Department, whatever else.
Okay.
Previous to that, me getting into the city, I and a guy named oh shit, I can't remember his name. Pardon my French. We belonged to the Branch County Auxiliary
Okay.
Department over there. We moved to the sheriff department over there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wilhelm was the sheriff at that time. And then we belonged to the Southern Michigan Law Enforcement Association.
Okay.
And we got acquainted with the sheriff from Jackson and all that stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was just a regular training thing.
Sure.
We'd ride with them and
Got your kind of, you know.
Oh yeah. And there was a riot going on. We had to go over there and get with it and stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys had to help each other out.
Oh yeah. Okay. But here in the city, I was a night cop.
Okay.
And I checked the doors. Me out 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, checking doors in the alleys and stuff.
Sure. And was it pretty quiet here? Much trouble?
We had some but
Right.
we had gangs.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Well, with me I didn't put up with anything. The law is the law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
I gave a ticket to the constable and I gave a ticket to the.
Is that how it worked?
Yeah.
So you would kind of report back with what you would, anything that would happen, and then you had the ability to like put people in jail.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a jail here?
No.
Okay. What would you do if you had to put somebody in jail?
Went to Cowater.
Okay.
We were in cahoots with Branch County.
Okay.
All they had to do was get on the radio and come over.
Sure.
State police, whatever.
Patrol cars
Yeah.
and okay.
Yeah, I got in a few things, shot at and covered.
Oh, tell us about that. You got shot at?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
I was on a road trip. Oh boy, the guy I think we got named. He came through and he run the red light out of town, and I was just getting into my car, a little '60 Plymouth, and I took off after him, and we went on up the Coldwater Road, headed for Coldwater, and got up there, and he was gearing down, and when I was sliding around corners again, and I was on the radio calling Branch County, getting the sheriff department, come in and get him, whatever.
Sure.
And anyway, we ended up over by Girard in that area.
Wow, that went pretty far.
Oh yeah. And they said to me, they don't know what he is or who he is or whatever else like that. But don't. When my car conked out, the belt came off of the motor drive belt.
Okay.
And I had the hood up trying to get the belt on. He came by and fired at me, but he didn't hit me or the car.
I'm so glad.
But anyway, I ended up getting the car back to Union City.
Did you ever end up getting him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
And we asked him what he was running for. He said, well, he just thought he would try to get away from me because he'd come through a week before and done it. Got away.
So
from me.
just was doing it just to do it.
Just doing it. Yeah, he had a couple of beers in him, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Beer back then was a brace for a lot of the guys.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Myself, I believe the law is the law.
Right.
I gave Bob Merchant a ticket for.
You did?
Oh yeah, for running a red light or a stop sign.
Oh really?
Yeah, not stopping. Yeah.
So you were like nobody's above the law.
No.
What'd Bob say?
Oh, he knew it. He said
Sure.
he
owned up
admitted
to
it. Yeah. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then that same deal is why I got out of being the cop.
Right.
Because a doctor came through from Coldwater, and I was at the intersection at the bank, the light, whatever.
Sure.
And I heard him coming, and I thought, no, he's not going to slow down.
He's coming fast.
And one of my local drunks was laying on the sidewalk. I was just going to go over and pick him up.
Sure.
And his legs was out in the road, and I dragged him in. And then I jumped in the car and went down and I stopped the doctor. And I said, you ran the red light. And he said, no, I didn't. I said, you did. I'm sorry if you did. And I said, you almost got one of our locals. Well, he said, I'm a doctor. And I said, I know. I said, the thing of it is, I'm going to have to give you a ticket.
Sure.
And I said, it's because if you were going to the hospital, fine. I would have.
Right.
But you're home. You're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And you run the light. Sorry.
Sure.
So I wrote him a ticket. And before the whole thing was over with, the mayor was down on me. Everybody and their brother was even trying to talk me out of giving the ticket. And I said no.
Nope.
And we ended up getting over to Coldwater to Harold Ashdown.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that name.
Ashdown. Because what he would do when he was on a case or something like that. And
he was a lawyer, right?
Yeah, he was a lawyer,
mm-hmm.
Defense lawyer. And when it comes his turn to talk or shut up, and the prosecutor would be out there saying something, he would try to interrupt him.
Oh, I wondered why you did that.
Yeah. So anyway, as I got up down to the light, the red light goes red, and then it goes green, whatever. Anyway, before that, it goes green, yellow, red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I said, yeah. He said, well, he says that sometimes those lights malfunction. I said, it did malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
It was working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and he says, no, where was he at? And I said, he was in the intersection. Well, those intersections changed. No, they don't. It was white lines. He was in the white line, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them white lines could be moved, whatever out there. No.
He was just trying to get out of that ticket.
Yeah. And
so you were pretty much had enough.
Yeah. And he said, well, he said, the lights go They go green, then they go yellow, and then they go red, and so forth. I said,
Right.
yeah. And when he went through, it was red.
No doubt about it.
Well, there's a question that I got up, walked away. I said, forget it.
Wasn't worth it.
No, I told him, Jim was the chief then at that time, Jerry. And I handed him my gun and my badge and the whole thing. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm quitting. I'm done. Oh, what do you mean? You guys taking off?
See,
I told him my mouth run.
yeah.
Anyway, take care, kids. Love you.
Yep.
I said, the way that guy was talking in there, down, Ashdown, I said, I could be out in the alley someday. And there's a guy out there in the alley. And he shoots at me, misses me. I shoot at him and I hit him. They're going to throw me in jail. He says, why do you talk that way? I said, because the way it is, he shot at me, man, hit me and missed it, but I shot. I'm a trained officer and I'm supposed to know where my bullet goes.
Right.
And I said, forget it.
Yeah.
And then Jim said, well, stick with me a little while longer, and I did.
Okay.
I left.
Jim was a
Jim Sherry. He was the chief at that
chief,
time.
Okay.
Yeah. And I left that and the trailer factory all at the same time and moved out on the Dunks Road.
Okay.
With my wife. But
sure.
She had several different jobs too at the time.
Did she ever work in Union City? She worked in Union City too.
Oh yeah, she worked.
She worked at the parachute factory, right?
Yeah, she worked for Palmer Whitlock shoe store.
Okay, yeah.
My wife did.
That was at the time. Was that near the Silers? Same place? Like, was it Whitlock's then Silers?
No.
Or am I thinking of a different
Silers,
place?
I don't know what that might have been that lawyer or something there.
Okay. Okay.
But she worked, yeah. In fact, Keith Whitlock dated my daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
At the time too.
I went to school with their son Paul.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what do you miss most about the things? What do you miss most about the way things used to be? What were the good things about, versus like how are things different, like better than?
Attitudes. Different. Back then, I even say it on the line. We looked out after everybody. I mean, when somebody got in trouble, we would do what we could do to help them out.
Sure.
Like that.
Empathy.
Now kids are, I don't know.
Right. So the closeness of people taking
They're
care.
not close. No, we had
No.
family back then. I mean, a lot of people tell you this too. We sat around the table. The old man was the head of the thing here. He was the boss. And we sat there at that table. You didn't wear a hat. And you kept your hands in your lap. And you asked for something. You didn't just reach for it.
Sure.
Otherwise, he could reach.
And this was like dinners.
Yep. And then maybe the one meal a day or night or something like that.
Sure, the big meal at
when
dinner.
they wasn't in the bucket or
anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drinking, stuff like that.
So you respect the father.
Yep.
And then
to
children
a
were
certain extent.
right,
yeah.
right, and the attitude of children, to be, not to, what is that saying? Spoken.
Yeah.
Unless you're spoken
See,
to.
in my thing, I wasn't at the home all the time. Maybe I stayed there a couple of nights or something at night. But I was always working and whatever. And I just, the home life just wasn't there. So.
Right. What do you think, if you could tell the kids today, what do you think they should know about the past, like remembering the past? If you could impart some information to them or some knowledge to them about what do you think today's generation should know or remember about the past?
Always tell your family you love them. Because that's never, ever. No.
A given.
That's not, they got to do that.
Yeah.
Don't argue. There's no reason for an argument. Forget it.
Sure.
And that's what I
Have
was telling.
and have some caring and empathy for
Yeah,
each other.
yeah.
Um,
Look out at your brothers and sisters,
yeah,
We weren't that close.
yeah. So overall, growing up in Union City and being in Union City was a good experience.
Oh, God, yes. I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. Rather than the small town life, it was a good life.
Yep. Yep. There's things that you took on every day and didn't even think about it. It was there.
Take it for granted.
Yeah. And the spooks, there were a lot of stories and stuff that was going on. Like we got here, that hollow there.
Yeah, the Dead Man's Hollow.
Yeah, Dead Man's Hollow there and
Mhm.
stuff. And we used to, Junior Edwards and I, and us kids up on the Coldwater Road, we hated that bridge at the Coldwater River there.
Okay.
Before you come into town.
Uh-huh.
We were always, especially at night, you was always figuring there's somebody hiding behind the tree there, gonna come out and get you and jump you,
Oh boy.
all that stuff. And so we always ran across that bridge.
So like a kind of a legend.
Yeah,
out that way.
yeah. Just something carried on.
Just because it's so
Yeah.
kind of like out there in the
Yeah,
dark.
and then up to the when it was up to the old dump there, what the hoodie factory now. The stories we heard about this guy being cemented up in this bucket of cement.
Yeah. What about that?
That was another rumor.
Was it just another?
He
rumor?
fell into the cement vat.
Oh boy, and he got caught in the cement. Was
Yeah, and
Oh.
they couldn't get to him. He just,
he's, I know some bad things
Yeah.
happen there. Yeah.
So that's all gone.
Sure.
Since they moved the trailer factory in there, and the trailer factory itself, that had things going on there too. In the bathroom, there'd be rats bigger than a cat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. That was when the snow was still coming through the roof.
Oh man. Well, probably they would take up residence there.
Stanley, his dad and I worked there at the trailer factory.
Mm-hmm.
Basil Halver, his name.
Oh yes.
And he would see some of them rats coming through there.
I've heard some stories about big rats.
Yeah.
Near the river and.
Oh God, they're big.
Rats
oh yeah, around here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we just took it for granted. It was there.
Do you think we've left out anything that we need to like talk about before we end our interview tonight? Did we leave anything out?
The only thing I'm probably a little prejudiced about it, but there's times the Union or Battle Creek does the same thing. They pass up an opportunity that comes through just because they we don't need the traffic and that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to better the place, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now myself, I don't like what they did with that block up there with the.
Oh, they tore it down.
That was no reason to tear that down.
Mm-hmm.
That building's been there forever. That was a post office, the police department.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff.
And then they decided to save the dome.
Yes. Yeah.
God.
We tried.
Another thing, the high school.
Yeah.
When they tore that down,
It was a beautiful building.
That building was 100 and some years old, and they couldn't wait to get it tore down. Yet, when they worked on it, they were up on the second floor with bulldozers pushing stuff off of the. Now that building's going to come down. No. And then on top of that, the same year that they built a new high school, they ended up getting $72,000 repaired because of roof leak.
Mm.
The first year they had the school open up there.
Mm.
And I thought, come on.
Right.
Tear down the building and gonna. And then
seems like there's always problems with new stuff.
They've done the same thing over to Athens.
Right.
They tore that
I think
down.
I think every place has their problems with their schools and buildings.
To me, right now in my life now, you can't buy a 2x4 cheap like you did.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing I miss, you could drive down the road. I don't care where you're at. There'd be an apple tree, pear tree, peach tree somewhere, and you just go out and grab one.
Oh yeah, just take one.
That's
Can't do that anymore. No.
That's all gone.
changed.
Even the elevators are getting shot now. Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else I need to ask you. And
I got a lot of stories, but I
I
mean,
know.
you know, I have to
we'll
start
have to
out with.
have you back for part 2. The
I
more
don't
you
care.
think about it. If you think about
Sure,
you want to
sure,
add
yeah.
more, let
I'll
us
see if
know.
I think I got some more newspaper like that. I got a whole box of old newspaper, Union City paper.
Yeah, and we might have.
Marion was the editor at that time.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
local paper. Wasn't that nice getting a local
yeah,
paper?
she passed away.
Yeah, because you probably enjoyed having. We don't have a local paper anymore.
No, they should have. They should
Yeah,
have.
bring that
Some
back. Yeah.
kids in high school should have paper.
I think they're going to work on. I
They
think
should
they're
do
doing
that.
that. I think they're bringing that
Another
back.
thing too, with our class, 52, Carolyn and Dale, Robert Dunn and Glenda Parker at that time, John Heater and Marion, and Junior Edwards and his girl. All them kids met in the 8th grade as couples, and they had been couples ever since then.
That's amazing.
Right on up to Dale and Carolyn, and now with Dale, when he failed the 7th grade, he went back and he got in the same grade with Earl, his brother. Earl's passed away too now, but it was just there was something I can't remember the teacher's name, but somehow or another we didn't get the schooling we should have got in that 7th grade year. I was in a fight with a guy, Curtis Mosher was his name, and he was picking on me all the time, just constantly
bully.
picking on me. And I couldn't get my studies going, whatever else. By the time I got to him, too late.
Yeah.
And at that time, I worked out the other school. It all worked out.
Yeah. Well, we got problems with bullies still today.
Yeah.
There's always some kid trying to mess up and distract other kids.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming out.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
And anything else before we go? Just
not that I know
thank
of,
you.
no.
Yeah. Well,
we can get into the Masonic thing.
Yeah, we could talk
later
about
on.
the Masons
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah,
But I think we did pretty good.